I stumbled upon you guys last time you were in Ballarat, and you're coming back for the Bong Weekend tour.
That's right.
How do you find the Ballarat crowd? Are we a rowdy crowd, or are we a normal crowd from Melbourne?
Absolutely awesome. Now, the best thing I feel like about Ballarat is I think over the last maybe 8 or 9 months, we might have played there 8 times or something like that. And each time we come back, there's more people there and super friendly crew that we can still remember people the first time we played there coming back now and saying g'day. And it just feels like home. It's just fucking awesome. And then, as soon as the red wine comes out, you really get to meet the true people there.
Yeah.
And it's always a fucking great time. So, yeah, absolutely love Ballarat.
So what's the idea behind the Bong Weekend tour? Where did that come from?
We've got a good friend of ours playing a band called Fade to Comply from Sydney, and we've been trying to figure out a way we could play some shows with those guys for maybe a couple of years. And we've always been, shit for the night, so to speak, with tours and whatnot. And they happen to be free this time, and we thought, all right, let's just do a short weekend of shows. We're kind of low on cash at the moment to do another big tour. So we thought, yeah, man, let's just punch out a really fun weekend with some good friends. And then Bong happened to rhyme with long weekend, so here we are.
Because you guys did just do a full-on national tour, even including New Zealand.
That's right, yeah. So we did that. I got married. And then
congratulations.
we went to China, and it all happened in like 2 months, so it was fucking full on. Thanks, Kat, yeah.
And you played at Soundwave.
That's right, yeah, we did. That was absolutely magic. We had a chat that day as well. So.
Yeah, these guys, they were jumping all over the place, dying to get and see the bands play, weren't you?
Yeah, it was just a candy store that day. Got to watch Alice in Chains side of stage, which I was absolutely stoked about. So fucking love Alice in Chains. So yeah, that was awesome.
Was that like a monumental peak for you guys, performing at Soundwave?
It was. The whole point of the band when we started was we just wanted to play festivals. Like we always wanted to play Meredith, any festival. That's really how we want to exist. It was absolutely awesome to somehow get our way on that bill through the tweet. And then just to see so many people down there early to watch us was just blew us away. So we really took it with both hands, and yeah, it was just a good day, really.
I guess the big question is, did you get to meet AJ, and is there any chance you'll be getting on the full tour one day?
Yeah, I did meet AJ on the day, actually, and he was very complimentary, which was awesome. And yeah, there's been discussions about us doing national next year and also on getting on the Warp Tour, possibly. Nothing has been confirmed as yet.
Well, last time you guys were talking to Kat about your success in China and Japan. How did that come about?
Originally, for Japan, we were playing live to air on PBS FM in Melbourne, and a promoter from Melbourne who used to live in Japan heard it, and he was like, hey, you guys got to come out. And, of course, we said, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. And we got over there, and we just had a really good time, and it went down great. And then, long story short, we've been there 3 times so far and put out 2 CDs over there. So that's just been awesome. And China, our good friends, the Smith Street Band, first went there a couple of years ago, and they just couldn't stop talking up how great it was. So on their way to Japan last year, we stopped in and played some shows, and they went down really well. And so luckily, we were able to get on a couple of festivals this time. So we went back to China within about 5 months of being there the first time and played 2 of the biggest shows we've ever played. So loving China at the moment as well.
Right. It sounds like you're taking off more there than you are back here.
Yeah, it's a totally different world over there. I think in Australia, which is awesome, people are a lot more conscious of trends and styles that they're really, fussy about in a way, I guess, or selective. But it seems like over there, in the limited experience we've had, it's pretty much people just like anything that they feel they can get into. And there's no social restrictions or anything on what sort of music you like or don't like. It's just you like it or you don't. We're quite an energetic band live, and I think that's something we can relate to the audience over there, even though we can't really speak the language. So that might have something to do with it.
You guys just did get back from China, and I heard a rumour that you've got a ton of ridiculous stories to tell. So what happened?
Yeah, look, China is a pretty special place in that it's pretty hard to get in and out of the country, getting your visas and stuff. But once you're in, it's a fucking free-for-all. And it's awesome. Like, if you want to, have a smoke, you can find it. Unless you're smoking next to a drug cop, they don't know what it is and they won't bust you. So it's like, I don't know, you can have a pretty good time. And I'll tell you what, some of the locals that we met really know how to fucking drink some straight up weird shit. Anthony had to drink. They had this thing they were calling the face-off of the singers, and it was basically Anthony, our singer, versus the singer of a local band in a town, and it was shot for shot. They were bringing out, like, shots that were on fire. He had to do a shot of 2 eggs in a glass of beer, and all kinds of fucking weird bits of, like, chicken foot getting involved in there and all sorts. It was just fucking, it was absolutely mental. Absolutely mental.
Are you guys home in Melbourne at the moment?
Yeah, we are, yeah. Just licking our wounds and writing some new tunes for a new album.
Has that got a release date, or are you guys still working on it?
No release date as yet. We've only been writing it for, I don't know, maybe like a few weeks or something. But we're planning on heading in the studio around August and going to try and punch that out before we head over to the States for Fest. So I reckon it won't be out till early next year. I reckon first thing next year it'll be out. Normally when we're writing tunes, it doesn't take that long. We've all got heaps of ideas all the time, and we always write as a collective. We don't write, one guy doesn't write a whole song and bring it in. So you pretty much just come in with ideas to a practice, and we all just flesh it out. And I'm pretty sure, you know, maybe like 40% of Rainbows in Space was finished in the last month just before we recorded. So once we get on a roll, we can really get them happening.
You're full on into writing now, and you've just gotten back from China where you had a ball. So I'm hoping that some of these songs are going to be inspired by some of the events in China.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. You know, as you know, our subject matter is fairly good time based, and there was no shortage of inspiration on that tour, that's for sure.
So what are you doing in the States?
We're playing at Fest over there, like a punk festival, and we're going to do a couple of weeks of shows before that, but we're still confirming them at the moment.
So when is that?
That'll be in October. So Fest happens over Halloween, which should be pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And we're going to go for a couple of weeks before that, just do a few shows. We'd love to play something around where Sublime used to kick around, Long Beach, something like that, be mental, and then head over to the East Coast and do a few shows there.
And obviously you're going to have some really good frequent flyer points built up by the end of the year.
That's right. The funny thing about that is myself and the drummer Dave, we're the only guys who've been filling in our points as we've been flying. So the other 2 guys, they've got all these points accumulated that they've never cashed in, and Dave and I have both been slowly being upgraded through the Virgin service, and now we're almost at lounge status, and the other guys aren't. And so they used to pay us out for filling them in, and now it's starting to get to the point where we can get more free beers from them. And they're feeling a bit threatened, I think.
A lesson learned. I'm sure they're going to start filling it out now.
Yeah.
And you are doing, as we mentioned, the Bong Weekend in June, which is Corova Lounge on the 5th of June.
That's right.
Ding Dong Lounge on the 6th of June.
Yep.
And then on the 7th you're in Sydney at the Captain Cook Hotel, and the 8th you'll be at the Crowbar in Brisbane.
That's right.
So before you do head over to the States for a good old Halloween party, you will probably still sneak in a couple of shows, won't you? You've just done a couple of charity events in Melbourne.
Of course, yeah. We'll still be playing. We've got a couple of things that we haven't announced yet that are coming up that's pretty exciting between now and then. So, we just, on the weekend, we played a benefit for Sister Face, which was absolutely awesome. Great record store that closed down out in Ringwood in Melbourne. As everyone can tell, I'm sure, you know, like community radio stations, and it's a lot more than passion that drives those places, it's money. And unfortunately for Fist of Face, he had to close down, and he was left with a fair bit of debt from running the place for a few years. So us and a few bands put on a few shows over the weekend to help try and eradicate that for him. And we were able to do that. And also, we played for the Polyester Books benefit, which we put on because our guitarist Jules works there, and they've been struggling lately being an independent bookstore with the internet and whatnot. So we try to help them out too. We did a cover of the Clash song, Bank Robber, to put that out, and 50% of the proceeds of that are going to Polyester as well. So
awesome. And the website?
www.thebennies.com.au.
That is correct. That is correct. It's got all the tour info, videos, links, all that kind of stuff. It's all there.
Links to your music?
Yep. You can listen to anything we've recorded for free on there. You stream it all, no worries. It's got links if you want to pick it up, and some videos and stuff. So, we'll be chucking a few more vids up from the China tour and stuff soon. So.
And you are the Bennies Band on Facebook?
That's right, the Bennies Band.
I'm thinking, like, I've spoken to Auntie,
Yeah.
and then I spoke to the rest of you guys at Soundwave. I'm not sure if I ever asked where the name the Bennies came from or not.
Well, we used to be called Madonna,
Oh,
but
God.
unfortunately that was taken. So yeah, we actually put out an album under the name Madonna too, so that's a pretty funny listen if you can find that one online. But yeah, so then, we actually started getting some supports knocked back because of the name. And we thought, all right, well, fuck it, we don't really even care about that name anyway. Let's get a new name that's something different. And we had a list of names, and the Bennies was just the best of the worst, really.
So was that after any particular Benny?
Back, I think it was the 70s maybe, there was a drug called Benzodrine. It's kind of like an LSD type drug. And slang term for that was Bennies. So we thought, yeah, that's
Very nice.
I definitely have not asked that question before.
So that's it. Yeah.
You guys are really taking off at the moment. I was reading it took you guys a while to really get noticed and get happening in the Australian scene.
Yeah, I think, like most bands, it's pretty tough. Like, you got to tour a fair bit, and I think as well, to be honest, ska's a bit of a dirty word around town. And
Yeah.
particularly, 4 years ago or something, no one was into it at all. It was very much like a retro rock scene that we were entering into. And I just think over time, we've sort of developed it a bit more and added some more flavour in there that's less ska-oriented. And I think also, just touring enough, getting out of Melbourne, getting ourselves in front of different people has helped build it up. And then, obviously, a bit of play on some radio and stuff has helped. Just the way it is, I guess.
What kind of things led you into the ska side of the band?
Oh, we've all been ska fans for a long time. When we were kids, we all got into, your Real Big Fishes, your Less Than Jakes, stuff like that. But also at the same time, we were really into Slayer and Metallica and Sabbath and everything. I guess when we just started playing the music we wanted to play, it just kind of kept happening. And someone would be like, oh, this bit's kind of boring. Maybe we should put a ska bit in there and get a bit of energy happening. And then ska, like for a whole song, we found kind of boring as well. So we thought, yeah, maybe let's just try and chuck in a screamy bit here, see what happens. And here we are, I guess.
How did you fit in getting married with playing in a pretty damn successful rock and roll band?
A lot of planning and a very understanding other half.
Have you had a honeymoon?
Yeah, I had a brief honeymoon. So there was like a 10-day period between the wedding and when we went to China. In there, we went up to Hamilton Island for a few nights, and it was absolutely awesome.
Nice.
We got it just before that cyclone came through or whatever, so it was perfect, really. Yeah.
There's an angel watching over you, isn't there?
Sometimes it's the devil.
It's always a lot of fun to chat with you guys, and your shows are a lot of fun. I was at the last one, which was a Sunday in Ballarat.
It was.
Yeah.
And this time it is the 5th of June, Thursday the 5th of June, when I actually will be away.
Oh, bummer.
Damn.
Well, I'll have to split a few red wines with Fraser on your
definitely.
memory.
Yeah.
You're away on your behalf, Kat.
Yeah, so it's the 5th of June at the Corova Lounge, which is a Thursday night, and Friday the 6th of June at the Ding Dong, Saturday the 7th of June at Captain Cook Hotel in Sydney, and Sunday the 8th at Crowbar in Brisbane. And you are thebennies.com.au.
That's right.
And Craig is just about to tell us what these other shows are that he doesn't want to announce.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep it under my hat for now, but they're good ones. Good supports and some good stuff coming, definitely.
Well, you'll have to give us a call when you know when you can talk about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do the exclusive on your show.
Definitely.
Yes.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, well, great to chat to you again, Kat, and great to meet you, Fraser. Definitely come say good day at the show, man.
Yeah, we'll definitely be there.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, and take care, and say hello to your wife
And
for
your-
us.
I will. Thanks,
And the
guys.
other guys.
Yeah, I will.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later.
See you guys.
Bye.